So in my last video, the news had just broken about Nathi Mthethwa and that he had taken a fall, and unfortunately that fall resulted in his life ending. However, new articles have been released which are not being controlled by South African media, because you know how South African media is. So BBC, CNN, the New York Times, they've all been more descriptive on what has happened. And here's a summary of what happened to the South African ambassador to France. He had expressed his intentions to unalive himself, okay, in a message to his wife the night before he was found unalived in the courtyard of the Hyatt Hotel in Paris, says the public prosecutor on Tuesday. Nkosi Nathi, Emmanuel Nathi Mthethwa's wife, had reported him missing on Monday, having last seen him shortly before at 4:30 p.m. as he was scheduled to attend a cocktail party. Now, this is where it gets interesting. As you can see, I've underlined it. So he was at that hotel for a cocktail party, because the initial reports, I was asking myself, why is he in a hotel messaging his wife? But clearly this was work related. He had to attend a cocktail party. That has been clarified, because they also say that hotel room was booked 10 days before. So it was not impromptu. What triggered him? So let's find out what happened 10 days before, 10 days earlier, or it was just a routine booking. But then the question becomes, he's in the hotel. What had triggered him to do so? So in typical, not typical, but in most unaliving cases, they tend to leave the home and do it somewhere else. I don't know the psychology behind that, but I just wanted to highlight that. Examples I can give are, why is the name not coming out? As soon as I said examples, the names decided to walk right out of my brain. There's Twitch, an American artist. He left, he went to a hotel room. He took a walk actually, and he went to a hotel room. There is, I can see him. South African artist. Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, please, if you remember the name, drop it in the comment section down below. Him too, he didn't do it at home. And let me know, it's a typical behavior where they leave the home, but they become so overwhelmed. Or is it the shame? Whatever it is, there's something that was happening to him that he just could not come back home. But the overwhelming guilt, he sent a message ahead of time to his wife. So he sent the message ahead of time to his wife that this is what he's planning to do. She panicked. She called authorities. They went to search for him, but they could not find him. She then received a message from him shortly. So she last saw him at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And then she received a message from him shortly after 9:30 p.m. in which he apologized and expressed his intention to end his existence. So I imagine this is now after the cocktail party, you know, the buzz, there's nobody there, he's now alone. Whatever demons in quotations are in his mind, they're now intensifying, and now it's nighttime. It's 9:30 p.m. And then the 58-year-old envoy had booked a room on the 22nd floor of the Hyatt Hotel. The Hyatt Hotel is actually 34 floors high. But he booked this room 10 days before. I don't think he went to reception and said, put me on the 22nd floor. I think that's just a coincidence, unless he had a favorite room that he enjoyed. And then the prosecutor wrote that he had checked in at 4:30 p.m. on Monday. So he literally checked in. Did he check in alone? Did they check hotel footage? That would be interesting to see. Who was he with the entire night? What happened at the cocktail party? What was his demeanor? Those who were around him, what was it like? Was he under the influence? That's something else that would be interesting in the report. So at 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday, a security guard discovered his body in the courtyard below. Now, let's talk about this for a second. From 9:30 p.m. in a hotel room, a ginormous hotel room. This is not a tiny little boutique hotel. This is a ginormous hotel. And in this courtroom, nobody went there. What's in the courtroom? Is there a pool? Is it just a balcony? The people in their rooms, nobody looked out their rooms, could see down. Nobody until 11:30 a.m. That's when security discovered his body. For me, that's a little bit sus. And then the next thing as well, to show that he was determined to proceed with this, the irony is I'm actually recording this from a hotel room, and I had mentioned to you that I was visiting the Google offices. So, um, one of the things that I absolutely hate about hotel living is the fact that you cannot open a window. Cannot. And obviously, this was done for safety purposes because I think the hotels were just superly tired. Okay, tired. I think my last hotel room, you could crack the window open just like to put your hand out. That's it for fresh air, and that's it. That's all. But you could not even walk onto the balcony. And I think there were bars. Like, yeah. Anyway, I'll see if I have a video. I'll insert it here. But basically, you just can't open the window. You're just going to have to stand and look at that window, but the window doesn't open. So it's interesting when I read that they say the window safety mechanism had been forced open with scissors left at the scene. Where did he get the scissors? Where did he get the scissors? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Another article said there was no signs of forced entry or, a struggle. It will be interesting as well to see how how was he found. So there's a lot of unanswered questions. So was he pushed? Meaning, which position did they find him in? They'll be able to determine that. Or is there going to be a cover up just because of his status as an ambassador in France? This is definitely a developing story. I just wanted to bring this highlights to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. My condolences to his wife and to his children and their friends and family for the sudden loss, tragic loss of Nathi Mthethwa, former police minister. Is this a coincidence? Does it have anything to do with the Madlanga Commission? Are we going to start to see more and more of these occurrences occur? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm going to end this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe. I'll catch you where on my next upload. Bye.